Hey guys, welcome to another video featuring, oh my goodness, okay. Hey guys, welcome to another video of building an Alpine Jurassic World park. Today, I'm really want to include an aviary because I'm thinking I want to run this like river cruise sort of through the aviary since that's an option now, and maybe make like a whole like river going through the whole park, and potentially because we have like water features in here, have it like incorporated into this enclosure at some point. Now before we really get into the video, I had a couple of comments on my last video of people who wanted to name the Pyroraptors. So I'm going to get into that really quick. So the King of Seal wanted to name one of the Pyroraptors Triton, like I think maybe the king from The Little Mermaid, or the son of Poseidon who had like two fish tails or something. I don't know all the implications of that name, but alright. So we've got all four of them right here. So, Pyroraptor 04, you're now going to be named Triton. There we go, this one's Triton. Now, the other comment on that video was from, I don't really want to attempt to pronounce this username, but they wanted me to name one of the Pyroraptors Rick. So we're gonna type in Rick, and there. So this is Rick, and this is Triton. Now, if you want to name a dinosaur in the park, make sure to drop a comment in this video. Currently we have those for Pyroraptors, and then we have a couple of Apatosauruses right over here who also are in need of names, and ideally some flying reptiles by the end of this video. So I'm thinking I could have the river run like, I want to have the river run through here around this mountain, maybe. Yeah, okay, so I'm probably gonna have it run around this mountain. I need to figure out where I'm gonna put the aviary. Alright, so we're gonna use this aviary. And so we might go for this like hexagonal aviary. I'm gonna try to create the river first. So we could have it come in through like this wall right here. And I do kind of want to have like a waterfall going into it, and have one side of the river be like elevated and the other side sort of depressed into the ground. I think that would really improve. Or just, I don't know, I have an idea. We'll see how it goes. We'll have it come out this flat wall right here, and maybe circle around the outside of the aviary, and then we could put like an enclosure on this side. I like that idea. Maybe we could put like the Rexes or something there, or some large Therapod. And we need to make this wider so we can have the cruise run back through it. And we could have an island in like the middle so that it goes around. So right there. We can wait, is it these that go through the aviaries, or is it the, you know, I think it's the park tours, not the rivers. I do still want to have a river go through it and like around it. I do want to expand the crew, so this can still be something. Alright, there we go. So now the river cruise is going through this whole thing, and I do kind of want to put an island in the middle right here. So what I want to do with this island, I have no idea. But I do want to do something with it. And I want to have it go around here and potentially go through other enclosures. But right now I should work on the aviary. So the idea is I want there to be like a mountain in the aviary right here. Because, you know, we're going for a lot of mountains. And on this side, I want to have a valley. Just to expand the height, and it'd give me more space to do some pretty cool, like, rock formations, maybe. So, I don't know, is this as far as it goes down? Apparently. And I know you can put, like, viewing galleries down here, too, so that could be really cool. And I might have the outside sort of be part of the valley too, so I can attach a viewing gallery and a walkway. I am going to leave this top part a little bit open so I can put something up there. So this is sort of the general layout. And then over here we're gonna have a mountain, so I might as well get the layout for that too. You know what'd be really cool? A waterfall. I'm a tad bit obsessed with waterfalls, but I do think it'd be really cool. Alright, so I just put water on top of here. Look at that. And then what if I put a feeder right in here? Look at this fishy swimming around in there. And then they can all like perch on top of these mountains. I'll probably use, so one of the new aviary features is there's like this perch that you can kind of hide in rocks and stuff to make it look like they're sitting on the rocks. I really would like dynamic sitting on the rocks and stuff, but that hasn't happened, so these perches are the next best thing. I do want these to be rockier, at least a little bit, and potentially snowy too. Because you know I like snow. I hate how the aviary sides are sort of getting in the way. Like, I intentionally built a large aviary, so that wouldn't hopefully happen. Alright. Now, I do want some trees. So, these giant redwoods, they're really pretty. I just love the aesthetic. They kind of look like birch trees, almost, but without the birch. So what if we made this all lush area? And what if it extended a little bit just outside, too? There. Or at least around the edges. Trying to rid all the grass a little bit here. Look at all of this. It's like a nature park. Well, it's starting to come to shape. I do want to add some dinosaurs soon because right now it's kind of just boring. I do want to add at least a few trees, like right on top of here. That's possible. So it's not completely snow. Some shrubs. This would be great for goats too. Although I don't think any of the flying reptiles eat goats. I'd have to check. Ooh, imagine they had like the pig feeder that we saw in Jurassic World for the Velociraptors. I want there to be an option where like you can choose what animal comes out of the live feeder. Frontier, another suggestion. I don't know how hard it is to code a new animal AI like that, but if it's not that hard, can you please do it? Okay, so all of this can be a little bit forested, but I kind of want it to just be rocky. Snow plains versus snow. What's the difference? Oh wait, that looks cool. It's like little bits of snow. So this is kind of just going to be rocky terrain, not so much forest. The forest area mostly is over here. It might have some plains too. And I want some contraptions for the dinosaurs that actually live in here. So maybe like a rock formation or something. Like a rock arch, that would look really cool. How would I even go about building a rock arch? I'd need a tall, narrow rock. Kind of like this. But I don't... That one's a little big for an aviary. This one... Okay, not that one. This one's not that bad. What if I have that one? And then like a taller one over here. And I got like a really flat rock. A flat... But that's kind of alright. Potentially, if I add another rock over here, and then, oh, these are desert rocks, oops. These are the Alpine rocks. I mean, the desert rocks don't look that bad, though. They look pretty similar. Can't really tell the difference. I'm also kind of colorblind. But, there. And then, I can add an aviary perch. We have small perch points and large perch points. I do think it'd be cool to have some environment, like scenery on top of these rocks. So just adding some foliage. Hopefully those don't intersect with a perch, because that would be unfortunate. I could add some, these are like tropical. Taiga shrublands, look at that. Some of that down below at like the base of the rock. Add some this type of woodland to fill in this. I don't like that. Wait, hold on. I don't like how intense that went. Let's turn down the intensity to like a 2. Don't get me wrong, I like trees, but I also like to be able to see the dinosaurs. And I don't even know where I want to put the viewing gallery yet. But I think this looks pretty good. I've added enough stuff that I feel confident that we can put in the aviary hatchery. So I'm gonna grab one of those. Alright, so I found this Alpine aviary hatchery. I think it looks really cool. So this is what we're gonna release our flying dinosaurs from. Look at that! That's so pretty. Wait, I need to have some more vegetation around it. Oh, well, that didn't spawn in any trees. There's one. There's a couple. Okay. I just forgot that you have to have a road attached to a hatchery in order to use it. But I do want it to sort of go into this valley for a viewing gallery. The roads are making these, like, kind of ugly marks right here. I guess I'll have to smooth the terrain maybe, or is that just, does that just happen? The other solution? It's pretty simple. Trees! Gotta love trees. They give us oxygen. And algae. Algae gives us oxygen too. Lots of ocean oxygen. And plants in general. Not all these trees are gonna stick because of roads and stuff, but I think they're kind of just temporary trees. So now it's time to release an actual dinosaur.
Please stand by.
Alright, so I tried to go with a little bit of a white, like, cold biome pattern for the Quetzalcoatlus. Now, I mean, I could only go so far with it, but this is what I got. Alright, so new dinosaur to
We are
name.
pleased to welcome a Quetzalcoatlus to the park.
Now these are actually one of my favorite non-dinosaur prehistoric reptiles. I do want to release a smaller dinosaur as well. I picked these ones because they're kind of like furry, and this park, I really want to include a lot of furry and feathered creatures in this park.
Ladies and gentlemen,
because
we are pleased to welcome a Kayuajara to the park.
it really fits the vibe, I think, because everything in cold regions is usually like furry or feathered. Now, the Apatosauruses are an exception. They are not that furry, but I had to have a sauropod in the park, and I kind of want to add more. But I do think I know one theropod that's like kind of has like proto feathers or something that I do want to add. I might work on that in this video too, because I did say that I wanted the outside of that enclosure to go around here. So let's see how they start enjoying their new habitat. Looks like they're mostly just exploring around. The Quetzalcoatlus is spending some time on the ground. And I just noticed this over here is still green, like very plain. I don't know if I should make this more shrubland or like trees. Or if I should have more trees, or just snow. Boulder waste. Ooh, wait. Look at this. They're like mini mountains. This is really more for the mountain aesthetic than actual, like, livable space for the pterosaurs. I decided to make it really large, so the livable space is still livable. I do think this would be a cool, like, hangout spot, almost. So these can be... This might be more forested. And if we turn the intensity down and just add little bits here and there. There, look at that. This is kind of flat, though. I don't know if I like that. You know a terrain tool we don't have? Is we have smooth terrain, but we don't have jagged terrain. Oh, roughened terrain. Wait, yeah, we do. I just never use it, I guess. My bad. So we do have roughened terrain. Guess we're using that then. Look at that. That's nice. Oh wait, you can put the snow in like the water. Wait, what if you put snow planes? Oh, it goes away. But just doing this, it like adds, like frosts over the water. Every day I still learn new things about this game. Look at that. It's cold water now. Wait, I want to go add that to the Pyroraptors. Alright, Pyroraptors, you're getting some cold water. Look at that. Oh. This is great. It's frosty water now. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Now, I don't know if the actual creature, what kind of waters they swam in, but I do know in Jurassic World Dominion, they swam in cold waters. Look, it's drinking! The Quetzal's drinking. Oh, and flying now. Dang, look at those water animations, too. I just love the attention to detail in this game. Now, about these viewing galleries. I should be able to attach a viewing gallery, right? Except where? Because there's this giant rock formation right here that sort of blocked it out. Unless I put it up high so they could see over it. Or I had two viewing galleries, one down low and one up high. So what if I had one right here? So people can walk in here and sort of see under the rocks. And then I had a second one. I might have to turn the intensity up on this, the slope and the fallout. I don't know what all these options do. I just know they make it steeper and less steep in some way. So that's kind of just what I use them for. Right? And then I'm gonna lower the terrain again. There we go. That doesn't look too bad. I might add some rocks or something down there. This kind of looks ugly though. There we go. Now it's rocky. So we have one gallery down here and one gallery up here. And I kind of want more of a gradual decline right here. But I am also there. How about that? And it sort of makes sense outside. And we can attach the root right there. Now this is sort of just a personal pet peeve, but I really don't like empty corners. I either like to smooth them out, or I like to have like signs or maybe a walkway. And I think that looks a little bit better, but not without some sort of centerpiece. Look at this one. It has this sort of aviary vibe to it. Oh, it's raining. Okay, and then I look over here and it's very blank. I don't like that. It kind of just annoys me that I see it. So, for now, I'm just gonna add some trees and act like it doesn't exist until later. There we go. Alright, so we can add a couple of these. They'll sit in them. So they sell coffee, that seems to be alright, but what else can they sell? Hot chocolate, that would make way more sense for the biome. One guy's running in there. Looks like he's getting wet. Booth seating is nice. And beanbag could be nice. There, now people are walking in and out. If I have trees surrounding the entire thing too, the park itself will probably feel like a lot bigger. Forced perspective, I think is what it's called. The more trees there are, the bigger the park feels, and the more alive the park feels. In my opinion. Obviously, I want things breaking up the trees, because just having big open patches of forests, I don't know, it's a lot of unused space, and this is it's a big map, but I still want to make the most of the space. So I don't want to just waste space. Oh my goodness. I'm tired today, I'm sorry. And I don't know if anybody else does this, but sometimes it's really fun when in sandbox mode to just put down like a maintenance center and then ride a four-wheeler just through the whole park. Comment down below if you want me to do, when I finish the park, to do the entire like tour just riding a four-wheeler around the park. Around the backside where this river goes through and I want to have it run through, I want to have a Therapod enclosure. I just want the river to be encircled by it because the rest of it's going to be invisible fence surrounded by mountains on either side. So, I want this to be a pretty large enclosure. And then we'll have an invisible gate right there. So this is the outline for what I want to do. So I do want the river raft cruise to go through here, around the outside of the aviary, and maybe circle into here. It would have to go around the outside though. And the reason I say that is because there's going to be mountain along this fence, and we could have it like circle back and sort of meet up right here. The first thing that's going to happen is raising this entire terrain right here. I'm going to turn the radius up. I want it to be tall. See, I might have to expand the river. Wow, my PC fans just cranked up when I started doing this. I might have to expand this fence, in all honesty, because this isn't very large. I might have to extend it this way. And I'm also going to have to add more water. Make it fit. Oh, it's gonna be close, but it works. Of course, we want trees because we love trees. You know, one thing I never did do is add that third viewing gallery onto the aviary. Though, it's kind of hard to pick a spot from. I might add a remote viewing gallery on top of this or something. Look! It's eating the fishies! Eating the fishies! There's so much personality in that one Quetzl. I sometimes forget there are other creatures, 4 of them to be exact, in here. One of them sitting on top of this rock. The Jurassic. What if I did this autumnal woodland? Hear me out. Colored trees. Because it still like fits a sort of winter theme. But it really adds another element to it. Look at it, now it's vibrance. Here's another video. If you want to see a video of the entire river cruise, starting from start, once I finish the park, I can also do that. So if you want to see that, make sure to comment that you want to see that, because I'll do first whichever is the most popular. So one thing that's really bothering me right now is this, because it's not really noticeable from a side view. Except this side and the top, it's really noticeable. I really need rocks to spawn in. So, that might not work. This, though, this works. Wait, that also, wait. I was kind of disappointed that it didn't add snow, But I almost like this more. Now it really is unique from the Pyroraptors. Because this, we have the, like, pine trees, the snow tops. But this, it's like a rock formation. Wait, that's really cool. I'm gonna keep this. And it does, in fact, hide that for the most part. And on the top, we'll add a tree, because I like trees. Maybe we'll add another autumn tree. An oak, maybe? Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that. Alright. I think we're ready. Oh, wait, waterfall. Does it need a waterfall, though? I mean, I kind of like it how it is. I don't think it really needs a waterfall. If I expand it, I might add one. So now it's time to get our dinosaur for this thing. And I wanted to go with a theropod. And we'll have it sell seafood, since it's like right by the water. There. And I'm gonna have it intersect with the road. Or this. Or else like people aren't gonna walk onto it. Because they only take the shortest path. Which can be annoying sometimes. So maybe Frontier will one day add something that can, like, something invisible maybe that will move people to one location. I have to show you the new Therapods. Where'd they go? I dropped them off in here somewhere. There they are. Well, there's one of them. The Uteranus. It's very fluffy, and I gave it sort of the winter theme too. It's furry. It's kind of like... It's almost like if an oversized Pyroraptor was mixed with an Allosaur? A Utahraptor, maybe? I don't think there are Utahraptors in this game, though. Which is kind of sad. I'd love to see more feathery dinosaurs. We do have 2 Utyrannuses in here. This one and this one. So if you want to name them, go ahead. The only thing that I think could make sense is an elevated viewing gallery, potentially. Or maybe a log viewing gallery. And connect a remote entrance somewhere. That would probably... Wait, no, we could just have it right there. And then have a road that connects right there. Look at that. I know there hasn't been a restroom in a while, so I think I'm gonna add another restroom along here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and
our restroom is now open to use for whatever
I might
nature calls.
add one out here, but this is where I want to put an Alpine Innovation Center. I like to try to use community-made blueprints as much as possible. Partially because I have a difficult time making my own blueprints. Partially because the community makes some pretty amazing stuff, and I really like to use it in my builds. So there is no official Alpine Innovation Center, so I'll probably use a community one. I found a kind of cool looking one. It follows more after the Asia theme, but I don't know, it really kind of does its own thing. I like it. Put it down like right. So here is the Alpine Innovation Center. Look at this. This looks crazy. I did see the Odyssey movie yesterday. In my honest opinion, it wasn't bad unless you're like super focused on historical accuracy. Then it was kind of bad, but if you just like a good movie, it was good, I'd say. Alright, so this is sort of the idea. But we could always benefit from more trees, you know? Trees are never a bad thing. I might add something back here later. This is just a lot of empty space. From my mic. Okay. Oh, that's a little bit better. Everyone pulling out their umbrellas. Some people are running. It's actually starting to get kind of crowded though. Look at all these people. This area seems to be less popular, but I feel like this and this little area, piece of civilization, might bring in people. So what did we get done today? Let's see, we built a bit of a river cruise. Not here. I actually want to do something with this. I want rocks. Finally have a use for rocks. Bam, just like that. I do want one remote. Oh my goodness. One remote viewing gallery. Somewhere. Maybe overlooking the feeder. That would be pretty cool. So I could put it right there. Too close to it. Well, that really edited the terrain. Maybe out there. But we might get more people over here if we attach it. Like out here. So there we go. There.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Destroyed all this environment though.
viewing gallery, ready for
Slightly
you to
annoying.
observe our magnificent animals.
There we go. And it'd be really cool if dinosaurs could land on the top of here. They are now the Kyujara should be able to land on top of there. Oh? Oh? Yeah! Okay, there we go. So they can land on top of here. Now. And they seem to be pretty curious about this new enclosure. They're kind of just landing nearby, checking things out. So I think that's probably where I'm going to end video. I've done a lot of work. Added a lot of trees. Wrong. Woodlands. Added a few new dinosaurs slash flying reptiles. I look at it from a distance, it looks like a Pyroraptor. But then up close, I mean, they still kind of do, they're just bigger. If you want to name one of the dinosaurs, there are 2 Pyroraptors, 2 Apatosauruses, 4 Kyujaras, 1 Quetzl, and 2 Eutyrannus. I don't know how to say that.
Eutyrannus.
Eutyrannus. Yeah, that's how you say it. Okay. So 2 Eutyrannuses, 2 Pyroraptors, 2 Apatosauruses, 4 Kyujaras, and 1 Quetzl that can be named. So if you have a name, comment in the description. If there's something you want to see, please let me know. I really need ideas for these enclosures. If you want to see me do a 4-wheeler tour and or a kayak tour once this park is done, please comment that as well. And I think Yeah. See you in the next video.